Awe mains, it's your girl Marjan Reiters and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, there was a lot of people asked me about the teaching requirements that you need if you want to apply in Saudi Arabia. So I thought, okay, why not make a video on that since there's still time for you to apply to a school in Saudi. The first thing that you need if you want to start your process is you need a teaching degree, whether it's a B.Ed 4-year degree or a 3-year degree with a PGCE. You need that. You can't apply with a TEFL certificate or TESOL, okay? Then I do have, when I applied, I had my SACE certificate. Do you have your SACE certificate? You have a SACE certificate. So a lot of us from South Africa do have the SACE certificate, but we also know of colleagues that do not have the SACE certificate. But at least try to apply for your SACE certificate, okay? So that you can have evidence of a teaching license. Okay, then after that, I just wrote everything down. So like I said, you have to be a qualified teacher. The KSA, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, is very chilled when it comes to teaching in your specialized field. Because if you, for instance, have a PGCE, you will be able, but it depends on the school and the need of the school. Also keep that in mind. But you will be able to teach lower grades or primary school, for instance, grade 1, 2, or 3, with your PGCE degree. It is allowed. Then you can also, for instance, we here in Saudi Arabia, we don't have geography as a teaching subject, and we have history, but it's not history like in South Africa. So, and we don't have accounting. So if you apply, my second teaching subject is accounting. I don't teach accounting here, so I teach math here, okay, math and science. But there is, for instance, geography teachers and history teachers. That was geography and history teachers back home. They teach, for instance, math or science or English, whatever the need of the school is, you will teach, okay? So they're not too fussy, and I think that's a nice thing because they're not too fussy about it. Because back home, if you have your PGCE, you don't necessarily want to teach high school students. Sometimes you want to teach on primary schools, but it's not allowed back home. But here, if it's in the need of the school, you will be able to teach lower grades. What you also then need is a two years of experience. You need 2 years of experience or more. It's mandatory. However, if you, for instance, teach ons het dit altyd genoem, as jy nou soos wiskunde of science of physics teach, dan is dit soos 'n noodvak, you know. So as jy een van die vakke teach, kan jy oorkom met 6 maande se ondervinding. Okay, en nou noem ek nou net, ek het 2 jaar ondervinding gehad, maar nou noem ek maar net, okay, wat al gebeur het in die past met ander kollegas. Hulle het gekom met 6 maande ondervinding, maar dis omdat hulle teaching subject wiskunde was en die was 'n groot nood vir wiskunde. But make sure when you apply, you have your 2 years of experience. Now, when we also talk about when the school will make you an offer, your salary will depend on your number of years in experience. I won't get the same salary as someone who has 10 years of experience before coming to Saudi. Okay, so that plays a role in your offer that they will make you. So it's the years of experience and whether or not you have international teaching experience. If you do, that will also have an impact on your offer. That will also benefit the offer that they will make you. Then after, if you have all of these, you are a qualified teacher, you have your SAY certificate, you have your 2 years of experience, now you can think about consulting an agent. Okay, you have a choice. You can either work through an agent, or you can apply to the school directly, whether it's you coming to Saudi and applying to the school, because that's how one of my colleagues also got a job in Saudi Arabia. She went to the school and she just applied directly at the school. Or you can apply through a website without an agent. Okay, so it literally depends on you, on yourself. I applied through an agent because I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what websites to use to apply, and obviously I didn't have the money to come to Saudi and apply directly to a school. So if you are like me, I will link a few of the agencies that I know of in the description box below, but I will also link some websites where you can also apply directly to the school, so check that out. But when you apply to a school, whether it's through an agent, whether it's through the website, when you apply to the school, you can then, even though you don't have an interview yet, you can apply for or start your PCC process. Now, what is a PCC process? It's a police clearance process. You can start that process. And why do I say that? I didn't start it, but at the end of the day, I waited too long and I had to pay way much extra for the police clearance to be expedited. But if you start now, because the police clearance is valid for 6 months, okay, so if you start now, and this is roundabout when I also started my process, because this interview at this school I only got in June, so I applied roundabout this time last year for the school, and I didn't apply for my police clearance. So I only applied for my police clearance after the school made me an offer and after I signed the offer. So when my visa process started, that's when I applied for my police clearance, and I needed to expedite the process, so I needed to pay for that. Got an agent and pay for that, which was unnecessary. Okay, but at that time I didn't have another choice. Other choice. Anyways, you can apply for your police clearance as soon as you apply also for schools, because your police clearance will then, you will wait 8 weeks, and in that 8 weeks you will probably have gotten a offer from a school, and then by the time that you receive your police clearance, it will be still valid, for 6 months. So by the time you come to Saudi Arabia, your police clearance will still be in the time frame. So that's my advice to you. If you want to save money, start with your police clearance process. And then you only pay, I think it's like 200 Rand at the local police station for that process. After that, you will have your interview. If the school makes you an offer, I'm not going to go into depth with that because I made a video on the teaching process. The whole process of coming to Saudi Arabia, I made an in-depth video on that. So after you've gotten your interview, the school made you an offer, and you're happy with the offer, sign it, send it back. By that time, you can then start your visa process. And then you also have a choice if you want to work through an agent, or do you want to go to Joburg and do it yourself, okay? To get your documents translated, to get your documents apostilled, it does not have to go to Durko. Saudi Arabia, if you want to teach in Saudi Arabia, your documents does not have to go to Durko like in China. It's different here. So it just has to be apostilled. Then after that, or even in the process of your visa. When you start that process, you can then apply for your, or you can do your medical. Remember, the medical is only valid for 3 months. Okay, when you go, it's only valid for 3 months. And when you go to for your cashier appointment, you will need your original medical report, your apostle documents, and your police clearance. Guys, I know that this is a short video, but that's basically it, because I already explained the process, and this is just a video on the requirements that you need for teaching in Saudi Arabia. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and a like.